Hi, welcome to our free webinar series on EV charging infrastructure for multi-unit residential buildings. My name is Mark, and I'll be your host on behalf of Recharge Electrical Solutions. A few words about our company. We're a family-owned electrical contracting company that's been serving the Lower Mainland since 2016. Our focus is on modern electrical solutions, EV charging infrastructure, service upgrades, and energy-efficient systems. Over the past few years, we've helped numerous strata buildings and businesses transition to EV charging. One of our biggest achievements is designing and installing EV-ready infrastructure in multi-unit residential buildings with limited capacity, a challenge that many stratas face. We don't just install equipment, yet we provide a turnkey solution, from planning and design to installation, load management, billing systems, and ongoing maintenance. That way, buildings are future-proofed and residents can charge their vehicles reliably. What really sets us apart is our focus on people. For residents, EV-ready parking adds real value to their property, makes daily life more convenient, and supports sustainability goals. For strata councils and managers, our work streamlines complex projects by handling everything under one roof. Ultimately, our mission is to improve quality of life, making homes more future-ready, properties more valuable, and communities more sustainable. Let's get to the topic. If your building is considering EV charging, we'd love to help you get started. You can learn more at our website, www.rechargeelectrical.com, or reach us directly. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to working with you. Why EV charging matters for strata buildings. 1. Rise in EV adoption and legislative trends. EV adoption is accelerating worldwide, and here in BC, Canada, adoption is among the fastest in North America. BC has mandated that 100% of new light-duty vehicle sales must be zero emission by 2035. Municipalities like Vancouver, Burnaby, etc., are introducing bylaws requiring new multifamily developments to be EV-ready. The reality is that most EV drivers live in condos or apartments, and without charging at home, adoption becomes a barrier. 2. Why strata buildings are critical in the EV ecosystem. About one-third of Canadians live in multi-unit residential buildings that even higher in urban centers like Metro Vancouver. Parking in these buildings is often controlled collectively by strata councils, making it harder for individual residents to install chargers. This makes stratas gatekeepers of EV adoption. If they're on board, residents can transition smoothly. If not, adoption stalls. 3. Benefits to residents and property values. The convenience and cost savings. Charge overnight at home instead of searching for public stations. Charging at home is significantly cheaper than public charging. Future-proofing. Properties with EV-ready parking attract modern buyers, renters. Increased property value. Studies show each EV-ready stall can add $8,000, $10,000 to condo unit value. Community reputation. Environmentally responsible buildings are more attractive to young families and professionals. Slide idea. Before-after comparison of condo value without EV-ready stalls. 4. Stakeholder interests. Owners, committees, managers, tenants, unit owners want convenience, property value increase, and lower charging costs. Strata councils, committees, concerned about fairness, cost sharing, infrastructure capacity, and long-term planning. Property managers, looking for solutions that minimize complaints, simplify billing, and reduce admin workload. Tenants, renters, increasingly expect EV options as standard amenities. Lack of EV charging could make rentals less competitive. Key challenges in strata EV charging. Now that we've looked at why EV charging matters, let's talk about the biggest challenges strata buildings face when trying to move forward. 1. Electrical capacity limitations. The first and most common challenge may be limited electrical capacity. Many strata buildings were not designed with EV charging in mind. Their electrical system may already be close to maximum load. This means plugging in a few chargers without planning can trip breakers, overload systems, or make it impossible to expand later. The good news is technologies like load management systems can help distribute power intelligently, so capacity issues don't stop a project. The best course of action is to do the assessment, also known as the EV Ready Plan, which is incentivized by BC Hydro. 2. Ownership and billing structures. The second challenge is figuring out ownership and billing. Who pays for the installation? How do we track usage fairly? Our chargers are equipped with software with automated billing. Without a clear structure, projects stall because residents worry about paying for someone else's electricity. The ownership of the chargers is usually individual, and the infrastructure is common, strata ownership. 3. Bylaws and legal considerations. Third is the bylaws and legal requirements. Strata bylaws often need to be updated to allow chargers, set rules for installation, and clarify responsibilities for maintenance. Getting legal clarity upfront avoids disputes later. For example, who owns the charger if a unit is sold, or who maintains it long-term? The best practice is to have one company which is in charge of installation, maintenance, and management. Sharing the responsibilities and overlapping of activities may bring complications down the road. 4. Cost sharing and funding. Next is cost sharing. Even when everyone agrees EV charging is valuable, deciding how to split costs can be tricky. Should the building pay for the backbone infrastructure while individual residents pay for their own chargers? Fortunately, there are government incentives and utility rebates that can offset much of the cost. But stratas need a clear financial model to move forward. Our experience: strata pays for EV infrastructure, the so-called backbone, which is backed by BC Hydro rebates up to $600 per parking stall. Individual owners are paying for EV chargers, and the rebates are covering 50% of equipment and installation costs. 5. Decision-making complexity. And finally, the decision-making process itself. In strata environments, you need approvals, votes, and consensus. This can slow projects down, especially if some owners don't see the immediate benefit. Clear communication and presenting the long-term value, property appreciation, convenience, sustainability, are key to winning support. Consensus is the key. Our next module will explain in detail the following steps. A. Initial assessment. Evaluate resident demand. Electrical infrastructure audit. Engage with the body corporate or the owners committee. B. Planning and strategy. Define goals, ad hoc chargers versus scalable infrastructure. Understand metering, billing, and load management options. C. Legal and bylaw requirements. Modifying strata bylaws, gaining approvals and votes. D. Selecting a solution. Types of chargers, level 1 to smart chargers. Networked versus standalone software and usage tracking. Installation and management, choosing the right vendor maintenance and support models. For assistance with your EV infrastructure needs, please visit our website, www.rechargeelectrical.com, and fill in the service request or initial assessment form. Thank you for your attention, and see you in Module 2.